guys, so we are in the bathroom now. I have my Patterson tank here, and we have this stuff. This is for black and white. This is from Cinestill Film. This is D96 Developer Fix Monobath. Now, this is single step solution. There is little instructions here for different temperatures and how long you want them to last, and how many sets you get. You usually get about 15 developing rolls out of this, so 15 times using it in the Patterson tank. On here there is a different steps of degrees here, and we will jump into that right now. Alright guys, so we have our developer here. 80 degrees is constant agitation for 3 minutes. 70 degrees you get minimal agitation for 6 minutes. 75 degrees intermittent agitation for 4 minutes, and below 68 degrees renders pulled contrast. So what I usually do is I get it about 80 because that's only a 3-minute agitation with constant agitation. So it's only 3 minutes. You do have to turn it a lot, but that's basically all you have to do. But it's also the quickest way to do it. You take off your little topper here and you put that down. Take off your little thing here because you don't want that to, this is just your agitator. You put that in there and it hits the little thing and it rolls down the carts that we just put in there. What you'll do is you'll put this in your sink. Make sure you put it in your sink. Grab yourself a funnel if you have a funnel. If you do not have a funnel, just be very careful with putting this in there. You will want a funnel to put this back into the bottle, so I do suggest getting a bottle funnel for this. It doesn't have to be a huge one. You can get them at cooking things in your local stores, and you don't have to have a huge amount of like a huge funnel. Just a little thing will do ya. You do want to have one of these little guys, which I'm grabbing from my cabinet. This is a thermometer. It turns on, of course. This one starts with Celsius. There's a little thing in the back. It doesn't really matter if you get one from your thing. You can switch it. See, it's 77 degrees in here. I would suggest putting this into here. If it's not up to temperature yet, you can put this on the side. Heat this liquid up to your desired temperatures depending on what kind of monobath you want to give it. Once you're done with that, you can put that to the side, unscrew the cap, pour this in here. It will use majority of this developer, and then you want to have your phone or a timer, and let's say we're doing the 3 minutes. You want to put 3 minutes on after this is filled. So fill it up, hit your phone 3 minutes, put your little agitator in there, give it 10 seconds, agitate it. So you're gonna just agitate it. You don't have to have it in the sink anymore. After that, you can agitate it just about anywhere, just kind of agitate it. I usually spin it and then spin it in the other direction a little bit, a couple times. Let it sit 10-20 seconds. Give it a few spins again, and then continue to do that until your timer runs out. Then don't throw this liquid away. It is reusable. You will get a funnel and you'll put it back into your monobath bottle. This is good for at least 12 to 15 developments, so that means putting into the bottle, not how many times you develop film, because this will either do 2 35 millimeters or one 120. which is important to remember because there's a difference between how many things that you develop. I shoot 120, that's medium format, so you can only put one roll of film in here at a time with that. It's the same thing with each roll that you develop. This one is already developed anyways, so I'm just showing you kind of mock-up of what you're gonna need to do. Get your funnel, put it on your bottle here. Make sure you do this in the sink because it will make a mess and you will have to clean it up afterwards. Pour your liquid out, okay? And then what you want to do is after that's done, put this back on here and then put on your water. Make sure it's a little bit warm. It helps the process a little bit when you're doing that. It doesn't help the development, it just keeps your film warm. Put it on, put your container under the water, fill it up, dump it out, fill it up, dump it out. Do this about 3 or 4 times just to get your film nice and washed. And then you can take out your film. It will be wet because you just rinsed it with the bath and water. You can take this off pretty simply. Sometimes there's a little lock up here that locks these in place. I'm not using it right now, but that's fine. You can just pop that right off. You will see, usually this will be kind of darker because I'm only using like 1/4 of a roll on this section here, but you can just undo it like that and this will be rolled up right here. You can take it from the edges and boom, you can kind of already see that there's developments on here, and then this will be like a huge roll of film. When you're done with that, what you want to do is you want to take it over to your bathtub. This is where I say get something that like a hanger, and go ahead and bring it over to your hanger. This is my hanger, and let's see, that's stuck. There we go. Okay, so I have a hanger here. Sorry, I hate that noise too. I have a little hanger here with a little clip. You can get these clips at Harbor Freight. They're not very expensive. They're just your basic clips. They don't put a whole lot of pressure down, which you don't need with your film. Once your film is ready to hang, you can get in those Dutch angles now because my tilty tripod is tilty. You can take your little film that's wet and hang it on here. This is where you want to hang it, on the black spot, not on the actual exposure. Now let me go grab my 120 film and I will show you how that works as well. Alright, so I have my 120 film here. You can see that it is nice and developed. You can do the same thing as you did with this and just hang it up as you did your 35mm. Basically the same thing. Now the racking on the 35mm is a little bit different than when you racked it in the tank here with your roller. So instead of being all the way up with the roller, you're going to, all the way down with your roller like that. Let me find my sweet spots here. There we are. See, instead of being all the way like that, you're going to clip. There we go. You're going to clip it out and basically the easiest way is to kind of take it off the roll, clip it, and you're going to do the largest format for this kind of film. And it's the same concept. Of course, always do this in the dark. I'm doing it in the light because it's easier for me to show you. You just find your edge here, which is these little edges here. I would suggest either getting an old roll of developed or finding old film, or getting old film and or killing a roll. Film is kind of expensive. These ones were about $6 per roll. They do about 20. The funny thing about the Rolleiflex is it only does about 12 shots, and the roll does about 20 on the roll that I get. But you do the same thing. You just line that up. You feel for this. You feel for the film. As you can see, there is a blank spot here, so it really doesn't matter if you touch it. And you just find it and kind of feed it in. And this whole roll, this is actually a whole roll, and you just kind of do that. Make sure you don't touch like the middle, kind of touch the edges here, and just roll it up like that until you feel the edge here, and it's kind of right there on that little edger right there. And that's all you really need to do. Throw this in the Patterson tank, do all the other steps that we just mentioned, and then of course when it's done, this will be wet, so make sure you have a towel down or anything that you think will sop it up. You can just clip it, it'll come undone like that, which is pretty cool. You can put down your edger somewhere, and then you can take your film and just let it kind of fall out. You can hang it up and let it dry out, and then make sure that you take a paper towel and wipe down your film, because your film is going to get water spots if not, which I will show you that in the next video on how to process your film after you get it developed. So with that, guys, thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, give it a like. If you want to see more videos, hit the little subscribe button. If you have any suggestions on what you want to see from photography, go ahead and comment down below. Thank you guys again for watching, and we will jump into the next video. Peace.